many questions, and guys, we shall answer all of them. We shall answer one by one. So be patient with us as we go through. We want to just take step by step and bring somebody who's watching, probably has never applied and wants to apply. We want to help somebody like that. And if you have applied and you have questions, we shall also come to you, okay? So don't feel like we are ignoring you. Keep the questions coming. I'll put them up on the screen. So first of all, I want to ask, what are the requirements of somebody to apply? Because I know there are countries that are eligible, and then there are countries that are not eligible.
Yes.
If that's the word, if that's the correct word. So what are the requirements of somebody that wants to apply to win a green card to the US? What must you have? So let's briefly talk about that, so that if somebody is planning to apply in October this year, they know what to expect.
So those who are going to apply this October 2021, first of all, they are applying for the DV 2023. People should understand it that way, because usually that the year confuses people. Because when you apply in October, the results will be coming May 2022. The interviews will start in October 1st, 2022. And remember, in the government year, fiscal year, starts October 1st. So for the government, the new year will start on October 1st. So the first day of the fiscal year of 2023 will start on October 1st, 2022. So those who applied last year in 2020, they applied DV 2022, which means the results are coming out this Saturday, which is May 8. Then their interviews will start on October 1st, which will be the first day of the fiscal year 2022 until the end of the fiscal year, September 30th, 2022. So eligibility, let's go to the eligibility. The eligibility is divided into two main items, or three if you want to put it that way. Number one is the country of birth. People get confused. Don't confuse your citizenship and the country of birth. For instance, right now, I'm a US citizen, but I was born in Tanzania. Let's say we are applying for the DV lottery, but I'm not allowed to apply because I'm already a citizen. My eligibility is not because I'm a US citizen, the country of birth. So if you are born in Uganda, but now you are a citizen of Kenya, you apply as eligibility as Ugandan, the country of birth, not the citizenship. That's number one, eligibility. Number two, it comes to the education and or work experience. In the application of the lottery, there is only education part. There is no where you can put work experience. You put education, primary. When you go to secondary, did you finish? And they say, did you get a diploma? So diploma in American English, it means is the certificate. When you finish your secondary school, whether it's ordinary secondary school or high school, they give you that completion of certificate. Or you finish bachelor degree, there is a transcript and there is a certificate that you have been awarded the bachelor degree in political science at the University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, or from the University of KwaZulu-Natal, or from whatever Kenyatta University. That certificate is called a diploma. So when they say we need to high school diploma, it means completion certificate of high school. So you need to have a high school, but even if you're primary, there is no problem. Even if you're PhD, there is no problem. But if you don't have high school, when you win, you have to prove, you have to show the documentation that you have qualifying work experience. By qualifying work experience, it can be paid work experience or it can be unpaid work experience. That is you need to know. That means what you need to do is they are going to look what kind of training you have. Let's say you are a mechanic. What training do you have to get to become a mechanic? Did you go to school, to the driving school and all this kind of mechanic school? How long was the training? And then you are working at the workshop, you are working at the garage, you are working at the auto shop. How complex, how big it is? Is it just a garage nearby a corner store where just the two people are coming, or is it a big company? You are a chef. Are you working at, you are cooking, are you cooking the food in a small home restaurant, or you are working at the 5-star hotel? And what training do you get? So they are going to look all those kind of things. But I usually tell people, do whatever it takes. Start volunteering. Starting doing things for free. That means that will also be able to help you. Not just for the lottery, just for your life. If you apply for a job and to do something to your community. I don't want to see people are graduating high school or bachelor degree. Someone is 25 years old and doesn't have even 2 years of work experience. That's so sad. So those are the too many work eligibility. But also there is one item I said I'm going to mention about it, is about the issue of there are some of the countries are eligible to apply and some of the countries are not eligible to apply. I want to put a disclaimer. At the moment, there is no any country on the travel ban. And even if there will be travel ban doesn't stop you from applying. It stops you from getting the visa, basically. But let's go to the countries which are eligible. Why these countries are eligible and why other countries are not eligible. The countries which are not eligible because in the last 5 years, the native of those countries have already received immigrant visas or have become permanent resident. In the past 5 years, if your country has over 50,000 immigrants, by immigrants, I don't mean students. By immigrants, I don't mean people are coming to work. By immigrants, I don't mean those people are coming as religious or visiting visas. Immigrants in American context of immigration are people who are coming to America to live here permanently. Not in your head that I'm planning to go to America to study and I will stay there forever. That is your mind. It's not about that. If you go to the US Embassy, they give you a lottery visa, which is an immigrant visa. That means you are coming from day one to live in America on a permanent. You are given a green card. That is immigrant. So if your country, like there are people who have been given green card by marriage, green card by family sponsorship, green card by let's say by all this, any type of green card you have been able to get from your country. Those people, if they reach 50,000 in the last 5 years, that country is going to be removed from applying. In Africa at the moment, only one country has reached that number, is Nigeria. But I made the video in my channel, EBM Scholars channel, about there is a big possibility Nigeria and other countries like China, whatever, India, the countries which were not eligible because of having meeting the maximum capacity of 50,000 in the last 5 years, they will be possible eligible in the upcoming DV 2023. Why am I saying that way? Because from when the pandemic started, from April 22nd to be exactly, to end of March, there was a travel suspension of all countries. No person was given the green card. So for that particular case, if no one has been given a green card for the past almost 13 months, and even now with the pandemic, very few people, there is a big backlog, very few people are getting the visas. So almost from that April last year to September this year, obviously the number will be decreasing from 50,000. So that cap will be maybe 40,000 or 30,000. For that particular case, Nigeria will be back into application, and so many other countries will be back to be eligible to be able to apply. So if you're in Africa, don't worry. At the moment, it's just Nigeria. But Nigeria will be able to be back, and other countries also, there will be a possibility of being back. So those are the eligibility to be able. So you'll be able to prove education. You'll be able to prove work experience. Once you win, you fill the visa form, which we call Department of State form number 260260. When you fill that form, then you will put exactly the name of the school address, the year you studied. That's what you're going to do. But in the lottery application, you just say, I have primary school, I have bachelor degree, I have master's degree. But you have to put the exact level of education once you win. Exactly work experience. I work at company A from this day to this day. The name of the supervisor is this one. The address is this one. I work from this day to this day, company B. This is the information. And when you go to the interview, you are going to show those evidences of work experience and also the evidences of education which you have attained.